it just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Fresno State's offense will go on the attack first. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David. It's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion.
He's got it on the sideline. All by himself down the middle. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's first and goal from the 5. Gonna look downfield again. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Fresno State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Iowa's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some... Oh, he's going to go up top. Pulls it in on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Hawkeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Hawkeye! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone.
All right, not ideal, right? Not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Going to swing it on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Fresno State right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Fresno State will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Going right to work up top. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got him.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rock it. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Under fire. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this run game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Sends it back in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Motion from the wideout. He wants to start this drive with a pass. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And the Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Working the middle. And he's knocked down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. You got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line. It's really nice to have that.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Firing to the right, complete. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one of this postseason showdown. Let's take a look at the stats so far. We've got a good one on our hands here. Let's hope we keep those good vibes going here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. On the move at the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
To the ground with the back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. They'll throw on third and short. Zings it complete to the right. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. And the Bulldogs are on the move. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Off play action. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And this one is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Picks up the first down, still moving. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they got it at the 33.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. To the air on second down. Moving out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. A full dive to haul that one in. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
And that's exactly what you want from your offense. And late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And now on second down for this offense.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Catch in the middle, it's Cherry. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. The Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He got it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop and limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a drive there of 84 yards. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Makes a grab on the shot. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out. Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Oh, they're after him. Right on the money. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, he makes the catch. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Lost a throw on first down. On target to the left. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea.
Touchdown, Hawkeye! And that one will pull them up here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Fresno State right back to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. They're going to test the right side with this one. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it past the marker. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Now the play fake. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Fresno State working from the red zone. The corners are walked up tight. On the ground, it's Keene. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal. And the Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man.
Touchdown, Fresno State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Garrison. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo. Rides the back and leaves it. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. After losing a couple on that last play, here's second and 12. Here's the pressure. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. He's looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The Hawkeyes will snap it on first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Eighth play of the drive coming up. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And Nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting it.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 6. Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, as a couple teams square off in a game that is often filled with hijinks and fun. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will have the football first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
That's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Fresno State right back to the line. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is four-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute, to put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Give to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Fires to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Breaks into the open. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they got it down to the 23. The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Cherry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A strike downfield. Touchdown Bulldogs! A great catch and run for 6. They score going for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. The play-action fake. Pocket breaking down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
He's looking to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Send the tight end in motion. The give. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job hitting that sucker on the ground.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Ridden out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and that'll give them a bit more room to operate. The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. First down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. And the Hawkeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Throwing right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude.
I know as a quarterback, he's your best receiver. He's one of the best in the country, but it's going to be hard to get completions thrown his way on third down into double coverage. On that one, you got to let your eyes take you somewhere else because someone else was probably open.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. This one's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Unloads quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Working on the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got him at the 33. Fresno State right back to the line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Completes it in the middle. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Fresno State lines up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to pass on second down. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
This offense has converted twice on third down on this drive. A third time would put him in the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Fresno State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Under fire. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this deep.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Great place to start for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quickly complete. Looking for the end zone. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Bulldogs! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drop. Looking for a deep man. Holds it in on the left. There he goes. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Bringing it up. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cherry. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Makes the grab. At midfield, he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a 1st down at the 44.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the 22 on 1st and 10. He's got the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Trying to get themselves back in the football game.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. He'll start this drive firing. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, you get more and more hits on a QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Bringing the heat. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good...
Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that's a live ball behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Off the play fake on first down. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get...
There he goes! Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurried. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable, the defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
Second down, he'll throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll pull it down. Got a first down. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Now from inside the red zone. Escapes the pressure going right. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. And the Hawkeyes are rolling down the field. They'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete in the middle. And he'll be brought down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Made the grab and then did the rest himself. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going to let it fly. Makes the grab on the right. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Iowa. And Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And wings it incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Motion from the back. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Got it in the middle, it's LaBelle. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. He'll pull it down and run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He rolls all the way down the 5-yard this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Trying to punch it in. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Time for the offense to try to put together a fourth quarter drive to break a tie. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This is a money play on third and goal. Touchdown, Iowa! This offense has it with really good field position. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Bringing it back.
That play could not have happened at a better time if you're this defense. You're trailing by 1 possession. You need to find a way to steal it, and they get the interception. Here we go. An opportunity now to at least go down and tie the game.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He'll try it again on second and 10. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You want to talk about building confidence?